September. I guess it's still August. White August. I guess if you live in Australia or New Zealand, it's winter right now, isn't it? So, does it snow in Australia, in New Zealand, in other parts of the world that are in the southern hemisphere? I really don't know. I think it might probably somewhere sometime, because I mean it even snows sometimes in California. It's just rare. Anyway, welcome back to Pixelmon. As you may have noticed, there was no episode yesterday. I'm going to start trying to do this every other day, but I'm also going to be going to PAX Prime, and I may not have enough time to have enough videos recorded to go up every other day while I'm at PAX Prime. So there may be a little bit of a delay. Even though I just said that I would be doing it every other day, it's going to be probably a little bit less. Although there will still be lots of other videos. I'm going to have building games. I'm going to have... what is the other thing that I'm doing? Oh, Captive Minecraft. And there's a new series that's going to be starting called Minecraft Ever After, which is a new mod pack that was put together by Fedrin and Aurelian from Minecraft has kind of been promoting it, and she gave me like an advanced beta copy of it, and looks really cool, kind of magical themed and stuff, so right up my alley. I'm really looking forward to that, so you might want to check that one out when it comes out too. We're gonna clean this out today. Today we're gonna do the Q&A, and it's probably gonna be a two-parter, knowing me, and I hope you guys don't mind. I've got questions both from you guys asking questions on Twitter, or on a previous episode, and as well as Twitter. What I want to do in this room right here is I want to turn it back in. I want to make it clear, and then I want to put a snow floor in, I think is the plan. I'm honestly not sure if a bed can spawn on snow blocks. I know it can't on glass, and it can't on snow slabs. Not sure about blocks. I guess we'll find out. May not be able to have a bed in here. Or we could probably put quartz down in a small section if we needed to. Actually, we could put quartz down all the way instead of snow. I probably have enough quartz. Anyway, let's get started on the Q&A. A bunch of various questions, both related to Pixelmon and just in my general life. And some of them, like I said, have come from Twitter. So if you wonder where the heck these came from, that's probably where they came from. First question is from Twitter user XBXDaz. VanRyder. What would you do if you had no fear? That's a cool question. Isn't that a cool question? All of the things that you would do if you had no fear. I mean, like, I guess there's a difference between no fear versus no consequences. Like, for instance, would I jump out of an airplane? I would be more likely to jump out of an airplane, right, if I had no fear, because I would have no fear of dying. But I wouldn't jump out of an airplane without a parachute. I might have no fear, but I would still die because there would still be consequences. So I'm going to assume that it's no fear, but like typical laws of nature still exist. Like, I can't go do crazy things that would kill you. I think it's more implied, like, if you had no sense of failure, like, what could you accomplish if you didn't think you would fail? And that's still a good question. As for me, I don't really have any interest in actually jumping out of an airplane. I don't know why people do. I love the concept of flying, but I fear the concept of falling. Like, to me, jumping out of a parachute, like out of an airplane, is not flying, because you're missing the key component, which is flying. You're falling the entire time. So I guess I can see why it would appeal to people, but it doesn't really appeal to me. What would I do if I didn't have any fear? I don't know. There's probably a lot of like more extreme sports that I would probably be more interested in. I'm just not. I don't enjoy, like, the thrill. Like, I'm not a thrill seeker, so I don't really do a whole lot of, like, thrill sports and stuff. I would probably do things more like I would publish a book or submit some of my manuscripts for... Because I've got lots of books that I've written that are incomplete. I would probably submit them for publication, you know? That kind of stuff. But I've done that as well. It's not like I'm afraid. I'm more aware that they're not good enough, Although, I mean, I guess there is a fear of rejection, of like, I don't know. It's for me, it's not even a fear of the publisher rejecting it. It's a fear of the publisher accepting it and it getting published, and then it's people not reading it and enjoying it. That's where the big fear is for me. We need to clean our inventory out. That's a great question, though. What is something that you guys fear, or what would you do if you didn't have fears? I think that's a really good question. Thank you for asking that question. Let's, I don't know what to do with all this crap in my inventory. Let's see, are any of these bags empty? Next question is from, that bag is pretty full. We got a stack of potatoes. Noah, what would, if you could be any fruit in the world, what would you be? Any fruit. You know, I have to admit, I've not contemplated too much about what kind of fruit I would be. Is that like a typical thing you kids are doing these days? I really like mangoes. I really like pineapples. So probably a mango or a pineapple. Sweet, a little exotic, a little tropical, colorful. It's the right colors, you know, green or orange and yellow. I don't know, like what fruit would you be if you could be a fruit? I think it's such a weird question. But thank you for asking. Next one is from Jack Unicorn. Jack Unicorn asks 2 questions. First one is, what are you ordering the most at Starbucks? Because I just got a drink at Starbucks. Is it some kind of coffee or any of the cold drinks? I've ordered lots of different things at Starbucks, but my typical lately to go-to drink has been a soy hazelnut macchiato. Soy because I'm lactose intolerant, so if I didn't order it soy, it's not like I'm on a diet or anything, it would just destroy my stomach. It would give me really bad gas and probably some other unpleasant after effects. And the hazelnut macchiato is really good. It's pretty sweet, so it may not be to everyone's taste, but at the same time, if you don't like coffee, it might be good for you because it's not super coffee. But it's a good drink. I've tried some of their other drinks, but I mostly usually get coffee. I used to get like Frappuccino blended iced over whatever, but these days I need more caffeine than those provide. So I've been doing the soy hazelnut macchiato. It's good. You should try it. If you like coffee, you should try it. And hazelnut and coffee. Alright, next question that he asked is, what did you do to stay motivated all throughout school? It's an interesting question, and it's a good one too, because a lot of you have started school or are about to start school again. And I've got my college, you know, I've gone through college and everything, so I guess, like, it's kind of weird, because in my mind there was never an option not to go to college. And it's not like my parents were, like, especially, like, harsh. It just never occurred to me that I could, like, not go. So the motivation was just, it was, there was necessarily no motivation. It was just no other choice. Like, I don't recall ever being like, I just want to quit. I can't do this. I was pretty good in school, with the exception of math. I was really bad at math. Every day it just, you know, it gets a little bit better. Yeah, and, you know, in the end you're like, well, I have to have a degree to do what I want to do in life. It was a different time, you know, when I went to college too. Like, nowadays, it's like, even if you have a degree, you can't get work. So I can see why it would be really demoralizing. You're like, well, now I'm wasting all this time and accruing all of this financial debt, and I'm still probably not going to be able to get hired. But back when I was going to college, you pretty much had to have a college degree. And, I mean, you still do kind of have a college degree to get hired out of college. But now you have to have, like, an advanced degree to serve coffee at Starbucks. So, I don't know. I mean, do something you love. Focus on the fun aspects. And if you are really miserable, or if you are really bad at it, then consider changing your major. Consider doing something different. Change out of your class. Get a different teacher. Talk to a counselor or another student or a teacher or somebody. I guess you're asking me, and I'm not really giving you a very good answer. But I don't know. Just be happy. And if you absolutely hate it, I mean, you should get your high school degree. But college isn't necessarily for everyone. So if you can't sweat college, then don't sweat it. I mean, go back to it later. Don't worry about it. It's a good question, though. I mean, I want to say stay in school. I want to be like all motivating guy, but at the same time, I totally understand that not college is not for everyone, and you can be really successful. Just don't be lazy, you know, follow your dream. Don't drop out of school and then not do anything. But if you want to drop out of school and then go, you know, learn a trade or something, some sort of other skill, go to a trade school, that's totally different. I think that's fine. You know what we should do? Let's see how much quartz we have, because I think quartz would actually look better as a floor in there than snow. Let me take a sip of my water. I don't think I have quartz here. Is there some in here? Oh yeah, we do. We have a little bit here. Great. And we can make those into slabs, and that'll make it go a little bit further. Alright, next question. Well, thank you for that, Jack. Next question is from Mark on Twitter. Mark asks, how did you enjoy the new Doctor Who? Just rewatching Genesis of the Daleks with Tom Baker. I will not spoil it for you guys, so don't worry about that. I will be very careful with what I say. I realize that even my careful opinion may be a little bit spoilery. I was not impressed, but I'm very hard to impress with Doctor Who, especially the new series. I'm definitely a classic fan. Genesis of the Daleks is like some of the creme de la creme of Doctor Who, so you can't compare that to this. I actually legitimately fell asleep during part of the recent episode. I don't know if that's just because I was super tired or if it was just that not enjoyable for me. I think it was probably a mix. Let's see, where do we want this? And like, if we put it here, like this, yeah, this'll work, I think. We'll do it like this. This one has to be a full block, and then the rest of it can just stay glass. Alright, that makes sense, right? So we'll do it like that. I'm cautiously optimistic about Capaldi's Doctor. I'm really excited that they're having an older Doctor. I thought that they spent too long trying to convince Clara and the audience by proxy that it's okay for them to have an older Doctor. Because I don't need that convincing. I mean, I'm obviously on board with that. But I can see why they did it. Do you think we should go up one more layer? Like, maybe it should be here instead. Because that would be a lot more surface area. You know, we could just do something like this. Where, let's see, these two would have to be... That kind of looks kind of cool, right? A little... Oh, we need another ladder here. And you can't put ladders on glass. Let's go down and get another ladder, though. So, I'm excited about having an older Doctor. I am hoping that they don't drive it into the ground so much that he's old and different and stuff. So, and I really was bored on another story set in London. Yeah, it was back in the Victorian era, but it was still boring. It was still London. I'm really hoping that they will move away from London. And please, let's time travel to another place in time, another, let's see, I'm looking for a ladder. Another place in time, we got one right there. Or, please, like, another planet. The preview for the next episode looked like it might be going in that direction. Do we not have any? Maybe I have some. I'm looking for marble. So, I don't know. My favorite Doctor is the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton. And so I'm definitely not your typical Whovian. My least favorite Doctor is David Tennant. I thought he was really bad. So, and I know that's probably breaking a lot of your hearts because he's most people's favorite and or first Doctor, and I didn't like him. So, obviously, like, my point of view is going to very greatly differ from yours. So you might love this episode. You know, just go watch it. If you have any interest in Doctor Who, I highly recommend you watch it. You form your own opinions, and I feel like that about everything. Always form your own opinions. Let's break that. Let's put that in there. And now let's slap this guy in there. Boop. Wait, we can't do it. Boop. And... boop. Go back up. All right, good question, though. Thank you for asking. Next up is a question from Mystic Carey. Vaughn, do you have a dog? If so, what kind? I have a beagle and a basset hound who like to watch you play. Watch me play or watch you play? Like you, theoretical you, or like actually they're watching my Let's Plays? I didn't know I had any dogs that watched my Let's Plays. If so, I do not have a dog, unfortunately. No dogs for Vaughn. I would like to have a dog. If I could have any dog in the world, I would get a Great Dane. I think that those are really cool dogs. But unfortunately, I do not have one. I do have 3 cats, though. And I am moderately more of a cat person than a dog person. So there's that. But I do like dogs a lot, unlike some cat people. I am a big fan of dogs as well. I don't really like little dogs, which probably goes to without saying when I say that I want a Great Dane. What about you guys? Do you have dogs, cats, pets, rats? Whatever? I don't know. Alright, is that the same? Yeah, I like that. What do you guys think of that floor pattern? It's a little weird, but I think it looks okay. And, like, we can still put, you know, chests and stuff. It doesn't have to all be flat, you know? It doesn't have to all be glass. Like, the only thing that really needs to have a flat, like, actual solid flooring is the bed, because you can't spawn on glass. But this should work. Alright, cool. So what we're going to do for the rest of the episode, I think, is we're going to pull out, you know, these should all be, let's switch these. Let's make maybe some inverted lamps, or, you know what, we probably only need one. Like, these 2 could both be logs, and then one of these should be an inverted lamp. So let's do that first. Next question is from Nick, and he says, I am starting a class with a teacher that I hate, and she hates me. How do I survive this class all year? That is a great question, and another one that's pretty appropriate for the moment, because school's starting again. And my suggestion to this is kill her with kindness. A lot of teachers, like, teachers are adults, right? Or theoretically they should be adults, and they should have, like, a sense of shame. If you're mean to them, chances are they'll be mean to you because you're making their lives miserable, because it's very difficult to be a teacher. What am I looking for? I am looking for, we want to make an inverted lamp, and it should probably be a white one. So we need white lumar, which is glowstone, 2 glowstone dusk, and 2 bone meal. Good, we can do this. So we need 4 of those. Do we have bones here? We may have to go back to my other base to get some bone. Oh, we got bones! Sweet! So, if you, like, if every time she's mean to you, you are just super duper nice back to her, like, she's gonna start feeling embarrassed and silly and ashamed of herself, or she should. Like, that should be something that she is mortified by. So that's my theory. My theory is just be super duper nice to her, make her embarrassed with how ridiculously she's acting. Every time she's, like, the meaner she gets, the nicer you should be to her. Don't be sarcastic, be genuinely nice. It's not going to be easy, but you will, I think it'll work. You know, and if it doesn't work, like, if you try to be really nice to her, and it still doesn't work, and maybe even if you talk to her and you're like, hey, let's be professional here, if it still is not working, then you need to take it up with your principal or your dean or somebody in authority and be like, look, this is not okay. I am a student, and I can't work in these conditions. So you might need to change out of that class. You might need to, I mean, if she, like, why, that's not professional of a teacher. A teacher should, even if she hates you, she should still be professionally respectful. And so if she can't do that, then she's not doing her job right. And so you could report her, or you could ask to be changed out of the class. Granted, if you are a jerk, you need to own up for it a little bit too. But for the most part, you shouldn't have to worry about that sort of thing. Like, you should be able to like your teacher, or at least not be worried that your grade is going to suffer because the teacher dislikes you, or you're going to get detention or something. Like, yeah, just talk to her, talk to someone in authority, and kill her with kindness. There we go. Okay, so that looks good. This looks good. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Now, I might do a similar pattern at the top, and then we could even maybe hang like a chandelier or something in here. I think that would look kind of neat. Maybe even a bunch of these inverted lamps kind of doing a thing. I like it. Next question. This will be the last one for this episode, I think. I'm going to break it into 2 episodes so that I have a little bit more space, or, you know, more content for packs. So this next question is from Mag-I23. What did you want to do growing up? I'm assuming this is like when I was a little kid, like not when I had like an actual legitimate idea. This is like, I want to be an astronaut, I want to be a firefighter kind of type things. Ironically, I wanted to be a horse rancher growing up. Like I had a very specific thing in mind, and it doesn't wholly make a lot of sense. I don't know where it came from. I wanted to raise horses in Vermont. Why Vermont? Where's Vermont? I don't even know where Vermont is. I mean, I know it's an American state, but like when I was 8 or however old I was when I decided that I wanted to do this, I certainly didn't have like, it's not like I saw a TV show in Vermont and they raised horses or something. It was just like, it just sounded suitably far away-ish. You know, let's bring the bed up there. We could bring a furnace up. And we've got a workbench. Eventually I would like to bring a lot of this stuff up, but for now, let's just start with this. I also wanted to, like when I was a little older, like teenage, like 13, 14, I wanted to be an actor. I still would love to be an actor. I mean, if somebody was like, we want to cast Lord of the Rings, and do you want to be a Hobbit in Lord of the Rings? Heck yeah, I would be there in a heartbeat. I would love to act. I don't know that I would want to be like Charlie Sheen levels of famous, or like Ewan McGregor or something, but I would love to be like in a TV series. I would love to do like Star Trek, or like something like Harry Potter. Like, not necessarily Harry Potter, but like being Neville Longbottom. Like, that would be like the greatest role for me. I would love to do Neville Longbottom. Okay, let's put a workbench in here too. I don't know that that's ever gonna happen, but you know, YouTube Let's Playing is kind of like acting, you know? There's some similarities. Like, I am kind of acting. I'm entertaining you guys. It's kind of like a dream come true. I really enjoyed it at any rate, and I hope you guys do too. I mean, 20,000 subscribers is not, you know, 8 million like Captain Sparkles, but it's not nothing. I mean, a couple of you have come along and stayed, and I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. We're going to continue on in the next episode. Next episode will not be a buildy episode. Next episode, I think we're going to pull out our shiny team, and we're going to start leveling. I want to get everybody to level 60. I don't know that we're going to get there today, but I think it's time to really start focusing on leveling. So, thank you guys, as always, for watching. My name is Vaughn, and I'll see you next time. Bye!